Turn Bitcoin into cash flow like a true hodler. In the real world, we work for money. We trade our time, energy, and freedom just to pay bills, buy food, and maybe take a short holiday once a year. But what if I told you there's another world? A world where people spend without working, live without selling, and still keep their most valuable asset, Bitcoin. Welcome to the hodler world. Let's talk about how true hodlers turn their Bitcoin into cash flow without selling a single sat. The hodler mindset. To understand this strategy, you first need to think like a true hodler. A true hodler doesn't see Bitcoin as just a trade. They don't buy low and sell high. They see Bitcoin as a long-term store of value, like digital real estate, or better, digital gold. You don't sell your gold just because you need some cash. You find ways to use it without losing it. That's the core of this strategy. Leverage without liquidation. Using Bitcoin as collateral. So how does it actually work? Smart hodlers use their Bitcoin as collateral to borrow cash or stablecoins, usually through crypto lending platforms or crypto-backed loans. Think of it like a mortgage. You put up your house as security for a loan. You don't sell your house, but you unlock liquidity. The same applies here. You lock your Bitcoin in a lending platform. You receive a loan in USD, USDT, or another stablecoin, and you can use that money however you want. Buy a car, renovate your home, travel the world, or invest in your business, and all this without selling your Bitcoin. Your Bitcoin stays in your custody or the platform's smart contract, and once the loan is repaid, you get it all back. The power of not selling. Why is this so powerful? Because when you sell your Bitcoin, 1. You lose exposure to future price growth. 2. You may trigger capital gains tax. 3. You're reducing your position in an asset that's historically gone up over time. By borrowing against it, you retain upside, avoid taxable events in many jurisdictions, and still get liquidity when you need it. That's why wealthy Bitcoiners and even institutions prefer to borrow instead of sell. They understand that stacking and holding over time is where the real wealth is built. Real-world examples. Let's look at some real-life hodler moves. James, a longtime Bitcoiner, needed to renovate his home. He borrowed $30,000 using his Bitcoin as collateral. Renovation done. And his Bitcoin still growing in value. Sarah, an entrepreneur, used a Bitcoin-backed loan to launch her e-commerce business. She kept her Bitcoin and built another income stream at the same time. Daniel wanted to go on a sabbatical and travel through Asia. Instead of selling Bitcoin at $25K, he borrowed stablecoins, enjoyed the trip, and watched his Bitcoin quadrupled during the next bull run. The key here? These hodlers didn't panic. They didn't sell. They played the long game. And it paid off. Risk and how to manage them. Now let's be real. This isn't without risk. When you borrow against Bitcoin, you're taking on a collateralized loan. That means if the price of Bitcoin drops too far, your loan can be liquidated. You could lose part or all of your Bitcoin if you don't top up your collateral in time. So what's the trick to doing it smartly? Borrow conservatively, maybe 20–30% LTV, loan to value, not 50% or more. Use platforms with strong reputations and security. Have a backup plan, like extra Bitcoin or stablecoins, in case prices dip. Only borrow what you can afford to repay. Think like a strategist, not a gambler. Why does this matter now more than ever? Because as adoption grows and institutional money enters, Bitcoin is becoming a recognized asset class. And like real estate or stocks, it's no longer just about buying and holding. It's about putting your assets to work while keeping the asset. Smart hodlers know you don't just hodl, you hodl with a plan. So, do you want to keep your Bitcoin and unlock real-world cash flow? Do you want to live the hodler lifestyle, spend smartly, grow your wealth, and escape the rat race? Then learn the strategy, learn the risks, and most importantly, learn how to do it right. Subscribe and follow us for more real-world Bitcoin strategies. We're here to help you escape the fiat cycle and build your future the hodler way.